Newsom says the plan is the next step in how California expands services for unhoused people, especially those with mental health and substance abuse disorder. He announced the plan yesterday as part of his 5-day tour around the state to highlight policy goals. He says it's much needed, as encampments have popped up on sidewalks and under freeway overpasses throughout the state, where people experiencing mental health crises are a common sight.
We're fooling ourselves that if we don't address that fundamental need, that we can turn this thing around.
Mental health advocate Linda Mims says the governor is heading in the right direction.
I like that these topics are being talked about, and I think that the Mental Health Services Act, which is now 20 years old, needs a rehaul.
Which is what the governor plans to do. State Senator Susan Eggman plans to introduce the ballot measure, which will also improve oversight for counties. Mims says that's important because some of the funds raised under the act were misdirected.
I want to see how they're going to do that, because that was supposed to happen with the original Mental Health Services Act.
She would also like to see the 1967 Lanterman-Petrus Short Acts reformed as well. The act authorizes involuntary psychiatric treatment in very limited circumstances. That, Mims says, has resulted in individuals refusing treatment while under psychosis and becoming homeless, such as Anita Fisher's son. She spoke at the governor's news conference yesterday.
Because of the gaps and the holes in the system, he ended up homeless on the streets. He ended up in jail. He ended up in prison. And I would ask myself why.
As part of this measure, money would also be set aside to house more than 10,000 homeless veterans. The measure would go before voters on the 2024 ballot. Alexander Nguyen, KPBS News.